can talk about your one SDG project which you are really passionate about, along with the quantifiable impact that you've been able to generate.
The one thing that we're excited about is the e-waste that we've been doing. So e-waste has really got collected now, given in fact to GoSharpener, and we have been getting quite a bit of stuff in return for that. There's been more than 1,200 kgs of e-waste that we've collected and given to them.
They use cold press oil, they make that from our own school aloe vera oil, and they're using sarson, so they're using it, planting in school, and then they are learning how to do it, and they make these little bottles and they give them to us. They're making soaps again using stuff from school neem and whatever is available in school aloe vera, and they're making little soaps. We call them Upton exfoliating soaps.
Planning stage of a new school or any new building or any new space that we are designing, there's so much more that can be done by using sustainable materials, by having buildings which are compliant with the environment, not building great glass buildings which just create heat and demand for more air conditioning.
We created a Prakriti Secretariat in the school. First, we sensitized and oriented the parents and the students in the school. Then we selected 120 odd students in that first batch, and we asked them to audit the school.
We have adopted a heritage site, which was like an abandoned site, and we make sure that the students are now visiting that place, which is very close to us. And the Deputy Commissioner and the MLA said that you have made this place a Ashok Vatika of the city.
One of the students suggested, "Ma'am, can we recycle it?" That triggered. And what we started doing, we started quantifying. We collect 4.8 liters of condensate water from bunnies.
The one project which is very close to my heart that we are very proud of is urban gardening that we've just started. And so how to convert your own chat, kitchen, you're making kitchen gardens, balconies into places where you can actually grow food, bring it on your table, so every family cooking their own meal.
Where the children have been thinking in terms of SDGs right through. So that mindset shift has happened. Absolutely. It took time, but it happened. Now how it happened, it's not, so it's a beautiful concept of having the civic labs. But what we did was that, why not? SDGs are everywhere and into everything. So whatever we are teaching, irrespective of which subject it is, the teachers definitely think of one SDG connect.
And it is time that we understand what SDGs stand for. It is not a gimmick. And when we talk forest, we don't mean one tree, we mean a lot more. And that is where GoSharpener is required to bring in awareness.
SDG goal number 1 and 2, that is zero hunger and no poverty. So we have started something called a grain bank in a school. So this is a concept, friends, which is basically to motivate students right from the childhood to learn the art of giving. So we ask students to bring 1 kg of any grain on their birthdays. As numbers probably more than 1,000 kg in a quarter.
We have this recess time, and in our recess time, our class teachers, they sit in the class and have their meal with the children. And when they're having this meal with the children, they are making sure that nobody wastes their food. And they are not just simply telling students not to waste the food, this is not a good thing. They are basically explaining them the concept of zero hunger. One of the SDG concept.
Adopted a school, a government school with 250 kids, where the children and the teachers, they go and work. So whatever we do, a part of it is shared with them. So I think SDG is not a singular kind of a thing. It is all inbuilt. And as she said, it's in our culture.
Absolutely, and that's what we need to bring our young generation up to speed with our older ways of living, so that we can eventually improve India's rank by doing all these innovative things.
This year we've scaled it up to all 87 classrooms are doing it, is that no waste goes out of the school onto this landfill. So It starts with segregating waste in every classroom at the source. So the wet waste, the color-coded bins, wet waste is separate, the e-waste is separate, the paper waste is separate, the plastic waste is separate.
Area which was absolutely abundant and was used for the trash and everything waste, we have converted that area into a beautiful garden, and which is in fact is in coordination with the GoSharpener project of Go Butterfly Garden.
Yes.
Our wastewater is going out. Instead of letting it go or flow into the drains, we have put a lot of tanks, and all our wastewater is going into that particular tank. And believe me, after that analysis and after a month, we got to know that we have been able to save almost more than 2.5 lakhs liter of water per month.
And every child is using around 3 to 4 tissue papers per day, making it to 9,000 to 12,000 tissue paper sheets on a single day, making it to 2.5 million tissue papers in an year. And that's something that was alarming. And we go and tell everyone to carry a cloth, napkin with them.
Tumbler. It's a fine idea. If you feel that the water being supplied by the young road is not that good for your health, you can use a tumbler. But it is the mending your habit. Whenever we go to the public places or the washrooms, people are in the habit of pulling the tap, spilling water all around and washing it. Why can't we teach students just to open it 10% of the actual than required? It won't spill, it will save water, it will do too good to wash it.
We did one project each year. Last year we did switch on, switch off activity, very simple. It actually brought down 30% of our electricity bill.
It was to build up the eco bricks. So we invited these children with 500 ml bottles, plastic bottles, and every wrapper which was plastic. So it was almost 250 kgs of plastic we were able to collect and infuse in those plastic bottles, eventually which were used to make 5 benches on which you can sit as well. So those benches are placed now in a public park.
Our students, they took over that how to reduce the carbon footprint and produce more of oxygen in the environment. They just simply took the moss which is available in the garden, you know, the damp moss or algae, and that is how they use the solar panel cells to convert it into just putting it into water and, you know, releasing a lot of oxygen.
Newest project that we've taken is a waste digester. And this waste digester is called Aerobin, and it is developed by ITPA. And this waste digester is a way of collecting wastes, whether it is the canteen cooking waste or the tiffins, which are the leftovers.
The project that I would like to share with is one of the group was working on piezoelectric energy. So piezoelectric energy is when we walk, we create some, there is kinetic energy which is produced, which can be converted into potential energy and which can be, stored. And for this, I was really amazed by the kind of work the students have done.
So we are deriving our project topics from the current affairs. Then we are creating multidisciplinary projects out of them, aligning with SDGs and calling them civic learning labs. So we have integrated sustainability into the student and the teacher mindset.
The 2 goals that we have taken up at our school in a big way, unfortunately cannot be quantified, are mindful living, health and well-being, sustainable goal 3, and the goal 12, which is about responsible production and consumption. I had a dance workshop with Mr. Atul Mehtani at my school right before the exams as a way to relieve stress.
Certain aspects we are doing around the school is pushing hard on SDG 9, which is industry, innovation and infrastructure. There are a lot of tech-related events, hackathons, things that Gen Z find cool these days. We do that a lot. We promote innovation and innovation around sustainability.
We extend even beyond the school system because being a foundation, Pan India, we have 500 centers. We are extending these services to the women who have nothing. So financially and in any other way, whatever is the possible way, I'm just trying to make it precise that we are trying to live the sustainable practices, just not aligning with what SDG goals are.
I think amazing thoughts starting from Madam about e-waste management, then talking about how we can reduce tissue papers in washrooms, talking about adopting a heritage site and then turning it on its head, going to assemblies and increasing student participation, a lot of focus on food waste, adopting sustainable stationery and then sustainable infrastructure. I think amazing thoughts and a different thought from each of the leaders. Great food for thought for all of us in the room. Thank you so much, leaders.